for World Top Model who will fly to Monte Carlo. She will be there on December 11, 11, and the competition is on the 14th.
What activity season for crown Makati City? Ito ay ladies, what activity work now?
So, of course, starting last Monday, we all flew back to Manila in order to fulfill our Mutya Pilipinas duties. So it involves going to press presentations such as this one, visiting and showing our appreciation for also our sponsors.
Like honestly, like after the pageant, the coronation, I'm going to Zamboanga City because I need to do the financial statements at work. But then coming back here, we have this media week, and after this, we're preparing for our trainings.
So what's keeping me busy currently is school, but for now we're here doing this wonderful events for you guys. This year we don't have any competition international, but we're still here to support our lovely queens. Yeah. Right after the competition, I went back to Batangas and I visited the people who supported me throughout the pageant, our government, of course, and then I also visited the school when I supported during the pageant that supports the advocacy, which is school for special children. And right after that, I went back to Manila to fulfill my Mutya duties.
So, some of you had already your homecoming parade or in your respective provinces.
Actually, they were asked to fly here in Manila to prepare for the homecoming parade in Davao. And we were supposed to do, according to the Mutya tradition, which is to visit Cebu and Puerto Princesa, and which is Sheridan Hotel. We were going to be hosted by Joseph Tan. And but we couldn't do it. We had to resend because the father of our chairman, Fred Yuson's father, Manny Yuson, passed away just recently. So we had to just reset all our entire calendar after the morning period.
For the winner of this Asian Pacific, okay, your competition will start in a week time, right? Or
Around 2 weeks time,
Okay.
September 26th.
yeah, okay. So, ano yung mga preparation niya? Thank you.
So simultaneously with the Mutya Pilipinas events, I also am currently undergoing my trainings in regards to my walk, my projection, the refinement of my Q&A, and my overall performance in preparation for the Miss Asia Pacific.
So, ano yung pressure because you're getting for the back-to-back?
Of course, there's a certain amount of pressure because, as you all know, Ate Sharifa won the crown for the Philippines last year. So, of course, there's an ongoing pressure for me to have the back-to-back. But I think that as long as I work hard and strive for the crown and remain humble throughout my journey, that it is certainly possible.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay na, ano?
Liza, do you want me to ask the question earlier? Huwag na lang. Okay. No, I'll ask April. April, if you win World Top Model and become the first Filipino to win it, you will get 200,000 euros.
That's 40 million.
If ever you get that pot of money, what will you do with it?
So at first, honestly, I'll give it to the 30%. No, I'll share it with like I have these advocacies, but then I'll also save it to myself because like I have this dream of becoming a model, not just here in the Philippines, but then outside.
Okay. And you, Tyra. Tyra, if memory serves me right, you are the first overseas community candidate to actually win the Tourism International Crown. So, although I see you more of Cebuana Gadan. But how ready are you for the bigger responsibility of carrying the name of the Philippines in Malaysia?
Well, of course, I have to train myself. I have to polish my QJ and I have to polish my walk. But once I accomplish all of that, I'll be completely ready.
Yeah, with a surname like Goldman.
Open, but you don't tire me very
Thank you, Tyra.
Hello, Jay Pataw for Malayo Business Insight. My first question is, well, we know already that Liza is up for Asia Pacific International, and April and December for. Now, Liza, when is your conference? Tyra, when is your conference?
So I'll be leaving on October 22nd, but my contest is on November 8th.
November 8th. Good luck. And I asked this question because I'd like to ask Miss Corey. Yes. The owner of Mr. International in Malaysia also has another international pageant, Queen of the Year, Tourism Queen of the Year International. So are we sending any of the girls?
No, we don't have the franchise for that.
Not anymore.
No. We used to have one that was based in Korea. Correct? That's what it
That's Global BTP.
Yes, we actually did not express interest in renewing it. But we're still retaining Tourism International.
Do you have any international pageants for our beautiful runners up?
We are looking now for the legitimate and valid competition for them to represent the Philippines.
Legitimate and valid.
At this time, we're still looking.
I hope it comes very soon.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for reminding us to
Yes.
work on it immediately. Arlene, more homework for you.
Thank you.
It would be a pity because they're pretty and they're smart and they're ready.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Jane.
I'm TV Pastor from Sunstar, Cebu, and Vlog Buddies. Kay Liza, may controversy dun sa sash mo, di ba? Talagang daming photos na international. So, kailan mo nalaman na mali pala yung sash mo?
But actually, I just knew about it right after the pageant. Pero, you know, complications happen, and the important thing is the problem is now fixed. So as you can see, it's now complete. So I think we can move on from that certain issue.
Okay. April, May, short. Ayan. Siyempre, you train now with the Philippine Models Association, headed by Alan Sidico.
They've messaged me to train, but this week we're busy with our media guestings and sponsored visit. Maybe after this week we'll have to train for the team.
Hi, I'm Trixie from Zinzo, and of course again congratulations. Good luck to the pageant you're joining. My question is, of course having advocacy is a very big thing. So what's a small thing or small things are you doing every day to get closer to fulfilling that those advocacies?
Of course, every competition, like every candidates need to have an advocacy, not just a beauty, of course. And you know, I'm from Pampanga, and my advocacy is from the Ada community. Because in Pampanga, there's a lot of indigenous people, and others are walking down from the mountains that's to ask for help and needs, and I want them to be the instrument to hear their concerns to their livelihood. And we're always in the process of what's something that we can provide from them, and hopefully the Mutya organization are helping us in our advocacy up until now.
Actually, my advocacy is about the improvement of quality education for special children,
special children. And right now we are starting for like a business which promotes those kids with autism. They draw, the bags that we are going to start. It is called the Tattoo Me. It is posted on social media, but we are not. We will just be starting about it. Pero it is already in the process. So it's always been self-empowerment through education from my Winners of Mutya Pilipinas. Then I've always been giving them school supplies and basic math and English for tutoring, because like it's really my passion to give this to children, because I'm a scholar from high school to college. So I just feel the need of it. So yeah, it's in my own simple ways.
So my advocacy has to do with drug rehabilitation programs. I'm helping them achieve second jobs because I believe they all deserve it because they're overlooked and but I believe I can help them get those second jobs they want to help.
So my advocacy concerns bridging the gaps between tribal communities and the government through inclusive education. And I am very, very grateful to have Mutya Pilipinas as an avenue for me to be able to carry out my advocacy, because I think that in order to bridge the gap, we also need to be there for these communities and not to make them feel as if they are separate from modern and urban society, but actually have them to be inclusive, because of course, Philippines is actually a melting pot of different cultures and different tribes, so we have to respect that. Thank you.
Hello, girls. Good afternoon, Robert from Manila Bulletin. I want to ask all our winners here just one question. Many people still don't believe in pageantry, you know. So, what is your message to those who still believe that pageantry degrades women?
I think that many have this perception about pageantry that it's very superficial, that it judges only the physical aspect of women. But I think that more than that, pageants allow women to have a voice of influence towards very relevant social and political issues, and this influence can be brought about to many communities from all walks of life, because in pageants we not only celebrate beauty, but we also celebrate intellect and the unique personalities and experiences that all the ladies have.
And honestly, even me, I don't believe in pageantry. Like I started when I was 25. But then I can see that pageantry, it opens opportunity for us, not just with advocacy, but our fields. Even if we're like college degree holders, like we can experience like different fields, like media and other artistry. So I can see that the others that do not believe in pageantry, you just try. Because if you just try for it, like you can see what is really your call and your field.
I can be a manifest of how pageantry really helps women, because I myself I experienced the thing that pageantry helps me improve my personality. Not only that, even my dedication for something, and it really helps me to realize that pageantry does not only promote beauty, but it also promotes how beautiful you are within.
Yes, if you put yourself in the girls' shoes on the stage, they feel empowered. They feel beautiful, they feel confident. So it's not a bad thing, because these women are coming in less confident and they're coming out as beautiful, strong, just super confident, and it's beautiful and it's great, and you should see the progress of what happens after.
Actually, at first, I also don't believe in beauty pageant, but when I came in, like, it's a life changing. I mean, it gained my confidence, and I think with joining beauty pageants, it also like learning to compare yourself. You feel empowered, not just a woman, but everyone. I mean, we share some different stories, like our past experience, and I know a lot of people can relate to all of us, and that feels to be inspired with others. Thank you.
Hello, good afternoon. Edwin Suran. Yeah, as part of your preparation for the international pageants, what have you learned so far about those pageants, and have you actually gone out of your way to scout the other contestants from the other countries? And to the runners up, what have you learned from the queens here that you intend to keep in mind should you decide to join another pageant in the future?
So of course, for myself, if once I found that I was competing with over 70 beautiful women from all over the world, it's very easy to compare myself to all these beautiful ladies, but I think that I should be grounded on my purpose as to why I have joined this pageant. I want to carry out advocacies. I want to become a voice of inspiration for my fellow Filipinos, and I don't think that insecurity or comparison should be able to stop me from doing my purpose.
Like at first, I really see myself as competing in an international arena for a World Cup model. And I googled for it on the YouTube like last year, it was in Milan. So I've seen the girls like doing the runways and photo shoots, so I really need to work on that.
So I have not seen the other contestants, but I've really just been focusing on myself and how to improve myself and my Q&A. Everything that I need to do to get there.
Of course, as a first runner-up, our journey between the queens and as a runners-up is very different. But you know, parang we're always learning about from them. Like as a first runner-up, if my reign is going to end, I know there's a lot of opportunity if to improve my the way I talk, the way I walk, or the way I carry myself in front of many people. And I hope the support of everyone who's still here, and of course, with the help of Mutya organization, I know that we have a lot to learn something from this journey.
The queens, not only the queens, even all the Mutya, they have inspired me to do well, to do more. Because we are different. We are uniquely different from one another, and I think from the differences that I saw within from all of us, I think that could really be a big help to me for me to improve more on myself. Whenever or if ever I will join another pageant, maybe next year or the next years.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Kim from the Daily Tribune. And I know that the crown was already discussed during the coronation, right? So, just for clarification, who designed the crown and does it entail any symbols or gems, something like that?
I think it is a question that is best answered by Mami Carly.
Oh, it was Arnel Papa who designed the crowns. Sorry? Oh, but that's why, but there are pearls, because Mutya really means pearl or jewel. So we insisted on Philippine pearls. But crowns will evolve. We hope we will have a new set again next year.
Oh, every
Keep on
year.
exploring and experimenting. But we're happy with what Arnel Papa has done for us.
Okay, this is just a follow-up question. Okay, girls, you mentioned all that about your notice. Okay, aside from that, what is not known about you that made you a winner? I mean, aside from your advocacy, ano ba yung something na about sa sarili nyo na hindi namin alam na yung pwedeng nagpanalo sa
Me, actually, I'm a newbie of this industry. It's my first national pageant, and to be honest, I'm a bit shy to communicate in public. But you know, I still want to explore. I still want to go to my comfort zone to learn a lot of things even before. So I think this is a good stepping stone joining beauty pageants to conquer all my weaknesses.
Well, I'm actually a pageant, but I've learned capable, what I can do, and what I'm capable of. So that's a little something about how I'm just full of confidence and showing
I also just started pageantry a year ago, but I think what backed up my confidence is my experience in public speaking. So I am a debater, so I enjoy engaging in extemporaneous speaking, extemporaneous dialogue, and I think those skills are very critical, especially in the Q&A round. So I was able to compose myself and think fast and think critically to be able to hit the point of the question.
So I just started last year, so I just can see myself like from Bilibili to Mutya, like I really want this crown, like the World Top Model, and I can see that I can be the best version of myself to modeling that pageantry. And yeah, just giving my full confidence and working hard for my walk and all the aspects of the pageant.
Well, personally, I have scoliosis kasi, and it made me feel insecure about the other girls, especially their body. But it made me realize that it is not a flaw. It is not a problem for me that even though I have scoliosis, I can be on the stage, be with the other girls, and show off what I have to show to the other people.
Hi, Attorney Tom, DZRH News Television. I have a question for the runners-up, not for the quiz. Masyado na silang sikat. For the runners-up, is kay ano muna, first runner-up muna. Anyway, para sa inyo rin isang question lang, no? Kung isa sa mga queen ay natanggalan ng corona, ano ang gusto mong corona?
Ikaw talaga, attorney.
Ako masama ng tingin nila sa'yo.
I think any of the crown because
Isa lang.
only one.
Yeah, because you're only one.
What do you think? Do you think Mutya Asia Pacific fits on me? Do you think World Top Model fits on me? Or Tourism International fits on me? Whatever it is, I'll grab the opportunity, of course.
But we are not going to, of course, ay hindi kami mag-decide. Ikaw.
No.
You're not going to decide for your title. You have to decide for your own self. Okay.
So what? I'd rather to choose Miss Asia Pacific. Of course. It's always the candidate's dream of first joining this pageant, or they always pursue the title. So to be honest, if I got an opportunity to represent also the Philippines, I'd rather choose Miss Asia Pacific. But of course, if only.
Sabi niya, hindi mangyayari.
Yeah. Also, it can be also World Top Model because of my height, and I do love modeling also. It can be also Tourism International. Yeah.
Thank you, Samir. Next.
It's really hard to choose because but if I have to choose, I will choose the Asia Pacific as well. Because we would always aim for the top. So that's why I will choose Asia Pacific, and I want to represent Philippines in international pageant.
Okay, thank you. Salamat.
Good afternoon, everyone. Should he know the Filipinos Pilipinas the best magazine? This question is for Ma'am Cory. Before, in the 80s and 90s, Mutya Pilipinas is one of the best beauty pageant. Pero nitong mga 2000 nawala na. Pero nung pumasok ka sa Mutya Pilipinas, nag-iba uli ang image ng Mutya Pilipinas, lalong naging credible. Kung akin lang, ang akin lang question po is, paano niyo po malaganap yung advocacy? Because most of the pageant, pag Q&A, ang dami mga promises, this is my advocacy, this is my promises, wala namang natutupad. Puro lang, yung iba nga, internationally, awarded sila, pero hanggang dito lang after a year, goodbye. Pero,
look at Catriona and Pia. Hanggang ngayon, advocacy nila continue. So yun yung hinahanap ko sa Mutya na sana magawa. Simula nung ikaw ang humahawak ng pageant.
Itong taon na ito, ang dalawang beneficiaries namin ay ang Tuloy Street Children Foundation, kung doon sa Alabang, kung saan meron silang higit sa 1,000 street children na that are being given education and housing and values and attitudes training. And then yung pangalawang beneficiary po namin ay ang PGH Medical Foundation. If you will remember, and I don't know if you will, but when I handled Miss World before, aming advocacy ay PGH Med. Kaya nagpatayo kami sa tulong ng aming kaibigan na si Alice Eduardo, isang wing, a special wing for the immunocompromised cancer-stricken children. Kaya kung pupunta po kayo sa PGH, meron po kaming ward doon. Na ang tawag doon ay Miss World Philippines. Yun ang gusto kong sanang mangyari para sa Mutya Pilipinas. Na magpapatayo kami ng isang proyekto na makabuluhan na makatulong sa ating komunidad. So, give us time, we are working on it. For now, it's street children and the underprivileged sa PGH.
And I'm so proud of you. Kasi pag ikaw pumapasok, magiging sikat na sa mga pageant.
Ay, maraming pong salamat. Expect us to grow.
And in Mindanao, I have connections to baka I might invite para doon sa Mindanao. Kasi minsan usually ang mga project na ganito, it's more on the zone ng Mindanao.
Yes, sige. We welcome all your ideas and suggestions.
Thank you.
We're here for you.
I'm so proud of you, Madam Carlo, also. Anyway, I'm Edge from Pageant College 101. And the lighter side naman, may mga boyfriend pa or love life ang ating mga empowered women. Okay, let's start with first runner-up. Oo, kasi masyadong seryoso ang ating mga ano.
I'm so sorry because I have no boyfriend since birth.
Eh,
It's true, it's true. Yeah. So sorry, I think I can answer.
Okay, a relationship. Okay.
I've been in this is my first relationship. I've been in this relationship for about a year.
So are you planning to have more than one?
Sana all. How about our Muchan? Of course, Miss
So I also have a boyfriend. He's also from Davao City, and he also went to MOA to support me during coronation night. So of course that gave me inspiration and motivation to win the crown.
Shana.
So I'm single.
I am currently in a relationship as well.
See. Anyway, ito yung question natin. Okay. According to Mutya Pilipinas official Facebook, syempre nag-research ako, di ba? Mutya Pilipinas promotes beauty tourism. So as an ambassador or Filipino representative in international stage, what is the first thing you tell your co-candidates about the Philippines?
So if I were to introduce our country to the different candidates in the Miss Asia Pacific international competition, the first thing that I would tell them is that the Philippines has many ethnicities. It is very, very rich in culture, agriculture, and it is very much a spot for tourism because the Philippines, being a melting pot of cultures, these cultures also bring up the different locations and the different places where these cultures are manifested. And I'm very interested to invite those international candidates to visit since the Philippines will be hosting the pageant this year.
Thank you so much. Handa for Miss Asia Pacific.
I would tell them about the people of the Philippines because being from America and being from the Philippines, you meet two different cultures. And Philippine culture really wins because they're family oriented, they're kind, they're loving, they're happy, and they're not cold-hearted. They actually are very heartwarming. So to bring people here, I would tell them about the people and I tell them about the location because nothing beats that.
So I really like like to emphasize my hometown, Makati City, known as the Asia's Latin City, because we're really culturally diverse, and with the dialects, with the different tribes, and with the foods that we have. So in an international arena, I'd really like to prioritize our food.
Alright, thank you so much. Good luck, girls.
Good afternoon, girls. My name is Daniel Gray from Pageant Talk. Wait lang.
Wait lang.
My question would be for Miss Asia Pacific and for Tourism International. Have you consulted our past winners to seek, to seek advice for the preparations? Like, Sharifa is our reigning Miss Asia. So have you tried to speak to her?
We only had a chance to interact in one of her Instagram posts. So she posted a picture of her passing the crown to me, and she wished me luck for the pageant. So of course, if there will be any future interactions, because she's currently abroad at the moment, I think at Malaysia. So I would be very interested in seeking advice, because I know that Ate Sharif is very good at projection and having the poise and the grace on stage, and that's something I would really like to carry on.
Okay, how about you?
So I'm currently just focusing on myself, but I do have an answer for her advice on how it was, and about the location, and about the projection as well, and how she walked, and about the judgments from last year.
Alright, thank you. My second question would be, name one influential person you want to meet and what you want to learn from him or her.
There is an author that I would love to meet, but he passed away. His name is Osho. He's been writing my favorite books about self-help. And I would ask him what's his secret to life, because he's written great books, but he's never actually said the secret to life.
So a very influential person that I would like to meet would be Emil Clooney. She is a very known international lawyer specializing in human rights. And as an aspiring lawyer myself, I would like to ask her on how she became such an image of strength for all the women, since being a lawyer is technically called a men's vocation throughout time, but she has surpassed that stereotype, so I would also like to learn from that.
How about you?
So it will be our president, President Duterte, because I'm just thinking how he decides for the betterment of the country, and how does he live it by day for making decisions. And sometimes there are many issues that surrounds our country, but he makes decisions that gains the Philippines.
To be honest, I really want to meet Catriona, because not just only she is a full package person, but she has the heart. She influences me because of her good heart. She loves what she's doing. She's dedicated. She is passionate, and I want to carry that burning passion in my heart.
And your first runner-up.
Actually, that would be Pia words back. I mean, when it comes to her dreams, she never really gave up. And I want to be like her, because I still want to soar high. And I think a lot of other ladies would inspire her, just like me. Of course, sooner or later, I really want to shout the country Philippines and also to represent. That's why I want to be like her. She inspired me so much.
Thank you, girls. Good luck.
Hi girls, good afternoon. My name is Jay from Pageant 12. I have a question for our Miss Asia Pacific International representative. Miss Asia Pacific International is fast approaching. So how many percent are you prepared for this pageant?
I think it's not actually a very accurate percentage, but I know that I still have a long way to go. I'm still not fully ripe enough to compete in the pageant, which is why I am rushing all my preparations. I am focusing on my projection on stage, since that is what I need to work on.
Alright, so another question. What do you think is your edge among the other candidates?
I think my edge is the Q&A round, because as I have said earlier, I am an experienced public speaker, so I would just like to refine my Q&A abilities to be able to connect more with the audience, and if I will be able to do that, I think I have a very good chance of winning.
Thank you. Next question is for our Mutya Pilipinas World Top Model. Being our first representative for the World Top Model, how do you prepare for this pageant?
Like for now, I do some search about the pageant because like it's the first ever. Like I'm going to compete in international arena for World Top Model, and I just prepare for my walk and for my shoes because like more on the modeling competition, it's more on the runway and more on the photos that should be seen by the judges.
And another question from our Makati City Tourism International. Being our representative, how will you promote the Philippines to other candidates?
Like I said earlier, the people, so if I was to talk about the people and the location, how beautiful it is, it's really the heart that matters, that I think brings everyone here, and of course the beaches. What's up?
To our runners, what have you learned during your competition of Mutya Pilipinas, and how will you improve it to the next pageant you're joining?
So right now I've learned to compare myself, of course, as a newbie here in this industry. I still need to improve myself, especially communication skills. So to the next journey or to the next pageant, I know that I want to make sure that I still have a lot of motivations and to inspire more people to show it.
I've learned that if a person is really determined, is really passionate about what he or she is doing, she could achieve not only winning but being happy. I've learned that if I could be passionate at the end of the day, every day, at the end of the day, I would always choose joy. I would always choose to be grateful. That's all.
Alright, thank you so much, girls, and good luck to your pageant.
Are there any questions left? I think so. Thank you very much to everyone who have dedicated their time for the press meet and greet today, and I hope you have answered your questions meaningfully. Good afternoon.
Center, excuse me kuya. Kita. Guys, kicks together, head closer. Okay, here. Okay, more. Tyra. Girls, wait.
Wait.